Welcome everyone to another episode of Book Depths. Today we're exploring a special book, Thibaut Meurisse's Master Your Emotions, author, coach, and creator of What is Personal Development organization Thibaut Meurisse. Having appeared on several personal development forums, he is driven to enable individuals to reach their full potential and experience more satisfaction. This book seeks to give a thorough awareness of emotions, their sources, their goals, and most significantly, how to control and apply them for personal development. Let's review the subjects of every section in the book. Part 1. What are feelings? Chapter 1. How your emotional response is impacted by your survival mechanism. This chapter clarifies how our brain is wired for survival, which causes a predisposition towards negativity. It talks about how this old process could lead to our overreaction to contemporary events like rejection or criticism. Chapter 2. Understanding the ego. Here the text describes the ego as the self-identity we create with our ideas. It looks at how our ego connects with objects, including our body, beliefs, relationships, and belongings, and how this connection could affect our emotions. Chapter 3. The nature of emotions explores the mechanics of emotions. It clarifies that, although negative emotions are not intrinsically evil, they can even be beneficial. It also addresses how our identification, interpretation, and mental repetition help to generate intense feelings. Part 2. Affects your feelings. Chapter 4. Sleep's effect on your mood. The critical part, sleep quality and quantity, play in determining. Our emotional state is emphasized in this chapter. It talks about the bad consequences of sleep deprivation on mood and offers advice on how to become better. Chapter 5. Leveraging your body to affect your feelings. This looks at the mind-body link and shows how exercise, posture, and body language could change our emotions. It notes research demonstrating how physical exercise and power pose affections hormone levels. Chapter 6. Using your ideas to shape your feelings. This chapter emphasizes the power of our ideas and addresses the advantages of meditation and visualization in controlling emotions and promoting good sentiments. Chapter 7. Leveraging your words to shape your feelings. This looks at how our confidence and emotional condition might be affected by our choice of words. It presents the idea of positive affirmations and offers direction on how best to apply them. Chapter 8. How do your emotions change with your breathing? The chapter on breathing and emotions stresses their relationship. It goes over how various breathing exercises might help lower anxiety, raise awareness, and generate more energy. Chapter 9. The ways in which your surroundings influence your feelings. This emphasizes how much our surroundings, including people and physical locations, have effect on our emotions. It implies that our attitude can be better by avoiding bad surroundings and decluttering. Chapter 10. Emotions and music. This investigates the strong influence of music on our mood and clarifies how it can calm, inspire, and arouse good emotions. It implies conditioning our brains with music deliberately. Part 3. Emotional transformation techniques. Chapter 11. Emotions, their formation. This chapter goes back over the development of emotions and distinguishes between self-generated and spontaneous negative ones. It underlines how emotional reactions result from affiliation with ideas and presents a formula: interpretation plus identification plus repetition, intense emotion. Chapter 12. Re-evaluating your perspective. This chapter emphasizes how our perception of events, not the events themselves, causes feelings. It exhorts readers to examine their underlying presumptions and examine their interpretations in order to generate more favorable feelings. Chapter 13. Emotional letting go. This part offers techniques for letting off undesired feelings. It presents the 5-step approach to letting go, the idea of seeing emotions with detachment, categorizing them, and so on. Chapter 14. training your brain to feel more positively. Using methods including gratitude practices, visualizing, and positive affirmations, this chapter emphasizes on purposefully fostering pleasant feelings. It underlines how often repetition helps to build brain circuits connected to desirable emotions. Chapter 15. Modulating your emotions through altered conduct. This looks at how changing our behavior could subtly affect our emotions. It implies acting deliberately to change our behavior patterns and to solve the reasons for unpleasant emotions. Chapter 16. Modifying your surroundings to help you change your emotions. This chapter underlines the influence of our environment and advises readers to stay away from events and activities that set off bad feelings. It offers instances of typical habits undermining happiness. Chapter 17. Short-term and long-term remedies for handling negative emotions. This chapter provides a useful arsenal of methods for controlling negative emotions as they surface, short-term, and for generating long-term, permanent positive transformation. Part 5. How could your emotions help you to flourish? Chapter 18. How might emotions help you find your way forward? This chapter underlines how emotions send important signals about our inner condition and the necessity of transformation. It presents models to improve self-awareness, including above, below the line, and fear versus love. Chapter 19. Recording your emotions. This chapter argues for following our emotions in order to spot trends, triggers, and interpretations that affect our feelings. It offers a structure for examining expressed emotions on film. Chapter 20. Not quite sufficient. This explores the foundations of the frequent feeling of inadequacy and provides tasks to increase self-esteem, including learning to accept compliments, building a win log, and filling a self-esteem jar. Chapter 21. Taking defense. The causes of defensiveness are discussed in this chapter, together with its connection to the desiderio preserve our ego and values. It exhorts readers to look at what sets them off and to let go of restricting ideas. Chapter 22. Anxiety and worry. Emphasizing that our interpretation often determines our level of stress, this chapter distinguishes between worry and anxiety. Its E offers techniques for organizing worries and reinterpreting demanding events to help one recover control. Chapter 23. Attaching to others' impressions of you. This chapter questions the idea of depending on outside acceptance as individuals are, mostly self-centered. It provides activities meant to help one accept honesty and be free from the desire for approval. Chapter 24. Resentment. This chapter investigates the destructive character of resentment and its relationship to poor communication and a difficulty in forgiving. Reinterpreting, facing, forgiving, and forgetting offers a four-step approach for releasing bitterness. Chapter 25. Jealousy. This chapter looks at the foundations of poor self-esteem and lack-related jealousy. It promotes a change from a scarcity to an abundance attitude and implies using jealousy as a signal for what we really desire. Chapter 26. Depression. Emphasizing that non-clinical depression, a condition of hopelessness, is an active process shaped by negative ideas. This chapter advises returning to the body and the present moment as a means of conquering lesser forms of depression. Chapter 27. Anxiety or uncomfort. According to this chapter, leaving our comfort zone causes a normal reaction including anxiety. It exhorts readers to act despite fear and to welcome suffering as a chance for development. Chapter 28. Procrastination. Understanding fundamental reasons, rewriting our narrative, and developing supportive practice help us to overcome delayed action by means of a thorough 16-step method, thereby identifying fear as the main driver of procrastinating behavior. Chapter 29. Lack of motivation. This chapter connects misalignment with our actual selves to a lack of a convincing vision. It underlines the need to recognize our beliefs, personality, and strengths in order to create a life more motivating. Combined lessons and how this book benefits you. Master Your Emotions is a comprehensive and useful manual for navigating your emotional terrain. The book stresses the need to understand and use emotions for personal growth rather than suppressing them. Understanding the basis of our emotions in our ego and survival systems helps us to get an important understanding of why we behave the way we do. Why should you read Master Your Emotions? If you struggle with negative emotions or want to better understand how emotions work, this book offers valuable insights. It teaches how to use emotions as a tool for personal development and growth. The book provides actionable steps and exercises to help you take control of your emotions. It covers various aspects of emotions, including their nature, impact, and how to change them. Thank you for tuning into the channel today. If you found this overview of Master Your Emotions helpful in understanding the book's contents and the author's approach to mastering our feelings, please like this video and share it with others who might also benefit from taking control of their emotional lives. Your support helps us bring more insightful content your way. Stay tuned for another overview in our upcoming episode.